Hi everyone, it's Dave. Welcome back to another video. Yes, I know I'm in the same shirt as the last video, but I'm filming them back to back because by the time, as I said in the last video, by the time you get to see this, I will be in Wales with Vicky, working our way through one of 38 bookshops, and I've got something in my eye. Oh, it's my finger. No, it was a fly. Anyway, what are we here to do? We are here to do the mid-year check-in tag. This tag was created by Harriet Rosie, channel link down below, and Dane Cobain. What a cool name that is. Let's just put that out there. Is that not the coolest name on BookTube? Dane Cobain. Anyway, Dane come up with this tag with Harriet. Dane from Dane Reads. Dane's channel is linked down below as well, and this is a tag that they come up with together. It's a brilliant tag. They come up with it as an alternative to the mid-year freakout tag, which I believe, did I do that last year? I may have done that last year, but I was very new to BookTube, so I probably didn't know what I'm doing. Really don't know what I'm doing now. But this is the mid-year check-in tag, which is all about books read during the year. And the questions are, oh, who tagged me? I've been tagged by a few people to do this, but I can't remember who tagged me. I think it was either Charlie or Anthony Andrews. One of those two tagged me. It wasn't Will, Book Geek, because he's tagged me to do something else. It was either whoever tagged me to do this. Thank you. Here are the questions. Okay, question one. How many books have you read this year? This year I have so far read 38 books. My Goodreads challenge this year was to read a minimum of 52, so 38 in 6 months puts me well on course to smash my my minimum target. Question two, what's your favourite book this year? This is a real hard one because I've got a few. It is either, at the moment it's between 2 or 3. So I read English Animals this year. It's either this one, which is English Animals, which a lot of booktubers put on their best of last year, and I got to it late this year. It's a fantastic book. Or it's Eleanor Oliphant, or it could be The Wisdom of Sally Redshoes from Ruth Hogan, or it could be Educated by Tara Westover. The quick answer to this is, as yet, I don't have an absolute favourite. I've got some favourites, but I haven't got an absolute favourite this year, and I got a feeling that this year is going to be hard to choose an overall winner. But yeah, I've read some corkers this year and a lot of good non-fiction as well. Question three, what's the most disappointing book you've read this year? This one's an easy one because I've just wrapped it up. So the most disappointing one, this is the proof copy, is An Ocean of Minutes by Thea Lim. Expected so much more of it, but ended up falling flat, and I was very disappointed. I was expecting more, but it just didn't deliver. Question four, what genre have you read the most this year? Not really sure. I haven't really done the numbers really, but I think I've read a bit of everything so far. So I've read a few classics, I've read a few thrillers, I've read a few non-fiction, read some really good non-fiction this year. All the non-fiction I've read this year has been spot on. And I've read some really good lit fic this year as well, and some good uplit and commercial fiction. So I don't think I've got a standout genre this year in terms of numbers and scale that I've read, because I've read quite a bit of everything. Don't think I've read any biography this year. No, I don't think I. But that would fall under non-fiction anyway, wouldn't it? Question five, name a new favourite author that you've discovered this year. In my last video, I wrapped up this book. This is The Knot from Mark Watson. I didn't know Mark Watson was an author really. I only barely recognised him from being a comedian on the television. But it turns out Mark Watson has a backlist, and he's got about 7 or 8 titles, which was very good to discover, because Mark Watson is straight in there in one of my favourite authors, and to discover he's got a backlist, bonus, win-win. Question 6, what's the most surprisingly good book you've read this year? Surprisingly good, I'm going to go for this, because I wasn't expecting to enjoy it as much as I did, and I thought it was brilliant, and I wasn't expecting to, so that was a surprise. It's strange, isn't it, how reading can produce such polarising views. This one I was expecting to love and didn't. This one I was expecting to be a bit meh and it was really good. Question 7. What are your favourite and most anticipated 2018 releases? There's some really good non-fiction that I've sort of wish list that's coming out this year, and of course, like the big hitters, a new book transcription from Kate Atkinson coming out in the autumn, and also the next book from Sarah Perry, Melmoth, which is coming out in a couple of months as well. They are the two real biggies that I'm really looking forward to at the moment. Question 8. What is your next big priority for your reading? The next big priority really is to what I'm going to try, apart from vlog style wrap-ups that I'm going to trial on next month's for next month's reading. One of the big priorities is got to be trying to read more, trying to read probably less new release, and just try and read more from my physically owned TBR, because there are hundreds. I've got hundreds here, and in the future, I mean, I'm all right for capacity at the moment, but in the future I'm going to have to, because I've only got an infinite amount of space in here and downstairs, so I cannot keep on buying 40, 50 books a month and reading 7 or 8, because sooner or later there's going to be this huge pinch point and I'm just not going to have any room. So I'm either going to have to come up with a sort of one in, one out policy, or I'm going to have a massive book cull and an unhaul at some point, because there is some rubbish that I need to get rid of as well. So the main priority for the reading for the rest of the year is I've got to try and read some more of my physically owned TBR books. Question 9. What's been your my bookish highlight of the year so far? 2 really. The BookTube meetup, the spring summer BookTube meetup from a couple of months ago was an obvious highlight, because it's lovely to see everyone again, and it was lovely to meet some new faces as well, and meet some people that I've been watching for ages and not actually met physically in real life. That was really cool. That was my second BookTube meetup, and getting invited to the launch party for Ruth Hogan's The Wisdom of Sally Redshoes was absolutely fantastic, and I was delighted to go. Myself and Vicky went along. It was a brilliant night. Loads of really cool bookish people. So those 2 were my bookish highlights for the year so far. Who knows what the next 6 months will bring. And question 10, who do you tag? Everyone else, really. When I do these tags, I never really tag many people at all, because I don't know who's done the tag and who hasn't. But anyone else that wants to do this tag, it's a really good tag. It's from Harriet, it's from Dane. So that's it. We're back. By the time you see me again, we're going to be back from Wales, and I'll be back with hopefully my best books of the year so far video, and probably a gym wag. It's time we had another gym wag. So whatever you're doing this week, enjoy your books, and I'll see you next time for another BookTube video. Until then, take care. Bye bye.